Hello again, welcome to part 2 of 2.1, 2-1. So this is video 2 for chapter 2, section 1. You should have these notes as the back page of what you were working on from the previous video. Let's just jump right into things here, because the faster I can get through with this, the faster you're done with your homework. Right? For tonight, just get it all down, bring it to class. Same song, same story. Here we go, number 1. Let's take a look at the directions here. It's an interesting question. It says, write an integer for each situation. Okay, so that's what first thing it's asking me to do is to write an integer. And then it says identify its opposite. That's the second thing it's asking me to do. And then it says describe the meaning. Okay, number 1 says, well, you have a bank withdrawal of $500. The first thing it's asking me to do is to write an integer that represents this. Well, do you know what a withdrawal is from a bank? If not, you need to learn. It means you're taking money out. So the integer would be minus 500. Because think about it. You're taking money out of your bank. What happens to your bank account? It goes down, right? So the integer is negative $500. Then the second thing it says is write its opposite. Okay, well, what's the opposite of negative 500? That would be 500. So you're checking your vocabulary here. Do it. And then the third thing it says is describe the meaning. Well, keep it simple. What happened here? All right, your bank account decreased $500. Right, and that's the negative number right there. Okay, so number 2, if you want to get crazy, hit pause and do it. See if you can do it, or just watch along with the video. It says a gain of 4 pounds. Okay, so what's the integer? The integer here is a positive number, 4. It's a positive number. Their weight went up. So what's the opposite here? The opposite of 4 is negative 4. And then number 3 says describe what happened. Well, just say it. Her weight increased 4 pounds. And there you have it. Okay. Moving on, number 3 here in the notes, it says write 2 inequalities, 2 of them, not 1, using the number pairs. It didn't say write 1, it said write 2. Read your directions, right? That's words to live by. 2 inequalities right there. All right, you have 2 and negative 5. Remember the symbols right here? Use those. So, well, 1, if I have 2 and I have negative 5, ask yourself, which one's greater than? 2 is. 2 is greater than. So remember the alligator eats the 2 because the 2 is bigger, right? But what happens if I switch the order like this? All right, 5 is less than 2. So there you go. There's 2 inequalities for those 2 number pairs. So let's take a look at number 4. Now, this can get a little bit confusing, so I'm going to draw a line on my paper, and so are you, right? Because you're writing everything down I write down. Yes, you are. I'm going to put 0 right in the middle, and I'm going to put some dashes here. Get a few each direction on the sides of both sides of the 0. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Let's see how many I do here. Negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, negative 10. And hey, I got the same number on each side of 0. Isn't that nice? Okay, well, let's take a look. Number 4 says, all right, you got negative 4. So there's negative 4. And negative 8. It's right there. Now take a look at those. Negative 4 is here. Negative 8 is here. So which one is greater? You got negative 4. You got negative 8. All right, is negative 4 greater than negative 8, or is it less than? Well, notice negative 4 is on that side. So negative 4 is actually greater than. You see that? So the alligator's eating the negative 4 because negative 4 sits to the right of it. So when you go on the negative side, it might have confused you there because the numbers kind of, it seems like they flip around, but negative 4 is the greater number here. So if I switched them around, negative 8 here, negative 4 here, right? Well, negative 8 is on that side, so negative 8 is less than, so it would go that way there. Okay, and then let's go to number 5. It says negative 1 and 1. Well, negative 1 is down here, between 0 and 2. Negative 1 is like right there. Positive 1 is right there. Right, there's negative 1, there's positive 1. All right, so 1 inequality, if you have negative 1 and 1, negative 1 is less than, because it's on the left. Over here, it's less. If you switch those numbers around, negative 1 is greater than negative 1. So there, we wrote two inequalities for 3, 4, and 5. All right, and then we move on down here. I can give myself a little space. I can use the same number line here. Negative 9 and negative 16. Well, I don't have any other colors, but I'll do a dot. Okay, I'll do a dot for negative 9. And that would be where right about here on our number line. And negative 16, I'll do a check mark. Negative 16 would be way out here. So which way does this sign go? Is it less than, greater than, or equal to? So you have three choices in this question. Well, negative 9, since negative 9 is over here, negative 9 is greater than. So that's your answer right there. Negative 9 is greater than negative 16. Negative 7 and 7, well, that should be obvious. Any negative number is less than a positive number right there. So it's less than. And negative 6 is less than 0. Now, if you don't believe me, go back up to your number line. Here's negative 6. I'm getting a lot of stuff here. Here's negative 6. Here's 0. Right, negative 6 is less than right there. So number lines, if you have these problems and you're not used to it or you're not sure, just put a quick number line, put the numbers down. Remember, the number on that side is always going to be greater because it's more. It's that way on the number line. I don't know which way you see because the video might be backwards. You get my point, right? It's to the right, the bigger numbers to the right. Right there. Okay, let's go on down the page here. We are at 7 minutes. It's going to be tough to get this through. Might have to do one more short video. We'll see. Let's at least get through this state problem right here. It says order the state temperatures from least to greatest. This might be a good one for you to pause the video and see if you can do it. I'm going to do it. You don't have to do that. But if you want to see if you can do it and test me, see if I did them right, go ahead. But here I go. If I do this problem, I'm looking for the least of all of them. Okay, so I look at this, and to me, clearly this one right here is the smallest number, a negative 80. That would be, it's probably Alaska. Now this is probably, this looks like they took temperatures from one really cold day. I mean, look at Florida. When's it negative 2 degrees in Florida? That's a pretty rare situation, but anyway, that's my least one right there. All right, then I'm looking for the next least one, and it looks like right here, this one is probably Maine, I'm guessing. Don't know my abbreviations, but I'm pretty sure that's it. You got Maine right there. That's the next one. Okay. Which one now is the least one remaining? It looks like California. What is going on? That is one crazy day if it's negative 45 degrees in California. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's average temperatures in a series of weeks. I don't know. But we're just listing the numbers because that's what they asked us to do. That's the third one right there. All right, and if I continue doing this, I believe Ohio is the next one at negative 39. Okay, and the fifth one, where is it? New Jersey, negative 34. Whoops, didn't mean to do that, so I will erase it because I can do that. And I just destroyed part of Ohio. All right, New Jersey was next. And if you go ahead and finish that, here's what I came up with. This was next, and then Texas, Alabama, Texas, Florida, and Hawaii. Wouldn't it be nice to be in Hawaii on vacation right now? And there you go. Least to greatest. But learning those negative numbers there, and the only positive number out of that bunch was Hawaii right there. So there you've got them listed in order. Hopefully you were able to do that without me. All right, we are at 9 minutes. So before I just do all this, I'm going to stop it and do one more video because I think it'd be best for you. So we'll stop here and start up in just a minute.